Good evening, everybody. This is Martin with MEP Electric, just to say hi and to talk about networking, and why is it important for every small business to grow. Why networking? What is networking? I have some notes on networking. I hope you can share some of the tips that you have on how you do your networking and how networking has been helping your small business. Networking has been one of my weakest points on my let's say on my small business career, because I didn't know how to act, and I was afraid what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna do on a networking meeting. So we're gonna be talking about that, and the most important thing is that you share, and if we can help one small business owner that is having a hard time with their networking, because as we start a small business, we don't have the big money to spend on marketing and let that marketing work the magic. So if you guys want to jump in and share some of your networking tips, or how is networking helping you, or how networking can help other small business owners, you can jump into this live. But for now, I'm going to tell you the definition of networking and what it is. So networking refers to the process of building and maintaining relationships with people, especially in a professional or business context, to share information, advice, and resources. The goal of networking is often to create a support system or to advance career or business opportunities by connecting with others who have similar interests, expertise, or influence. So that is networking. That is the definition. And we're ready for you. And also, I want to thank you. The promotion for this was really good. Thank you to the support and the sharing of Rudy, Mr. Rudy, the Right Wire Electric, and Sergio, the Search Method, and also Mr. Will Betances, Steve Cavalaris, which is my my coach code. Okay, my coach code, Steve Cavalaris. So thank you, everybody, for your support, and everybody is welcome to join if you guys are ready and share. So before, what I was thinking is, what I'm gonna say. I was very nervous on going, and I haven't. I just been on two networking meetings, and basically, the two times that I've been there, I just walk out because I don't know what to do. I'm not how to react, and I was thinking like what they're gonna think about me, because I'm gonna be there saying I'm Martin with MEP Electric, and please call me, please give me jobs, please give me a call. But the first thing, as I've been working on this topic for the last 3 days, which has already been helping me on getting that out of my mind, because some of the things that most people say is, don't think about the sell. Don't think about the sell. Forget about selling. Just be there and connect with people. Just say hello and see how you can help them, how you can be of their service, and you can connect in the future. So let's see, Mr. Steve from electricaltime.com wants to jump in. Let's say hi to him, and then everybody, if you guys want to jump in, come on in. Oh, let's see if Steve is there. Steve, Will is really good at networking too. So I'm sure he'll have something to say about networking. Hi, Steve. How are you?
I'm good, Martin. How is it out there in California?
It's really nice. It's really nice. It's just getting it's just starting to get dark in here, but it's really nice. It's been a great day.
All right. Well, I'm here in New York, and it's 10 o'clock at night. It's past my bedtime, but I said, "Oh, Martin's gonna go live," so I got to stay up,
Thank you,
to
Steve.
yeah.
I really appreciate your time and your support on this. Uh, you obviously know if we're just trying to help each other out. This is just not focused on electrical and how the electricians is the business. Networking is for everybody that has a small business, a small restaurant, a small um, hair salon or something. So this is a very important topic that especially when you don't have the budget for marketing, it can be really useful. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think, before, and let's talk about a business, right? If you're going to have a business, you want to, really do something that you love to do. And, I know that you love being an electrician. I can see that, when you're in our classes, you're very involved into the class. You're asking questions. And I could tell you really love being an electrician. So I think whatever career you have, you need to love what you do and not to focus on the money. I've been teaching now for 5 years, and for 4.5 years I have not made money. But I love what I do. I love teaching. I had to reinvent myself a few times. And now, after 4.5 years, now going on to 5, I'm starting to see now, okay, a little money's coming in. Is this a real business at this point? Um, and finding customers. I mean, that's the hard part,
Yes.
finding customers. Um, so let's focus on electricians, if we may. So, you get your license, right? You pass your exam. Now you're a licensed electrician. Like, how do you, like you're going to start a business and you have to start finding customers. Uh, Very hard, thing to do, right? And a lot of, well, some people, what they'll do is they'll join these different types of lists. I won't mention the names, and the electricians are paying a lot of money, to get those
Yes.
leads sent to them. And what I noticed was we had this many years ago. When the leads came in, we weren't the only electricians getting the leads.
Yeah.
There were 2 or 3 other electricians getting the same leads. And we would wait maybe an hour to call. Oh, we already gave the job away to somebody else. Oh, wow, okay. But we still had to pay the company for those leads coming in. So what I started to do is I started to do networking. And that's, joining different organizations. Like, for
Yes.
instance, I'm a member of the IAEI. We used to be called the International Association of Electrical Inspectors. Now we're called the Independent Alliance of the Electrical Industry. And I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow night at 7 o'clock my time here in New
Okay.
York. And why I joined the IAEI, why I happen to love my organization. And, one of the benefits for me for joining different organizations is that I was able to talk with people that were like-minded, like me,
Okay.
professional people. Um, and even in our class that we do on Zoom at Electrical Time, that's a networking opportunity right there. You know, um, some of the students, who are in our class before, and actually now, two of them are not working. So one of the students, I actually spoke to a good friend of mine, and he's actually going to speak with the student and try to help that student find a job. So that's networking in our class. And I think it's an important thing to join different types of organizations where you're going
Okay.
to find similar people who are going through the similar types of issues that we're going. Um, and the more people that you meet, I think that's a good thing. Maybe you might want to go, if you're an electrical contractor, maybe you might want to go to the planning board meetings in your town. And they'll say, okay, well, Martine, why are you here? You're a licensed electrician. Well, listen, I live here in the community, and I want to find out what's happening. And you might find out that there's a big project, a big development that nobody else knew about, but because you were at the planning board meeting, you said, "Oh, they're going to be building 20 homes. Let me talk to the contractor." The contractor might be there at the planning board meeting, and you might be the only electrician who's there. And there you made a very significant contact. And then who knows, maybe you just got that project for the 20 homes. So
Yes,
I
for
think
sure.
volunteering, going to different types of meetings, where you're going to be meeting maybe other contractors, um, other business owners, maybe your um, um, trying to remember the word. It's you know, a business meeting for your local businesses.
Yes,
Uh,
networking meetings.
right. The Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
I'm thinking about the Chamber of Commerce, right? So you join the Chamber of Commerce now, and you're meeting more people. Um, and maybe you might meet other electricians, but most likely you're meeting other business owners. And there might be a property development manager. Maybe they own 100 buildings, and you're the only electrician there at your Chamber of Commerce. That's a great networking benefit.
So Steve, I saw you networking a lot on the Energize Us
I,
event, and I
I
saw you
was.
how you were working so much and meeting all of these guys, all of these let's say prospects, students. How do you find the courage to talk to a stranger?
It's very difficult, um, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Um, a lot of people, when you go up to someone that you don't know and you have to
Yes.
introduce yourself, um, the majority of people, will just say, "Oh, I'm too busy. I don't want to." I don't, they might not say, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you," but you can tell from body language,
Hmm.
if somebody's interested to talk to you or not. If you meet somebody and they look you in the eye, right, and they shake your hand and they're looking right at you. A lot of times, people will just be maybe courteous, but as they're shaking your hand, they're already looking away, looking to get away from you.
Okay.
So my thought was, and I met a few hundred people there at the Growth Convention in Glendale, California. That's where we were at that convention together. I had this one belief: there's going to be one person here. I'm going to change their life. I don't know who it is. I really don't know. And one of them happened. I met that person at the Growth Convention.
Yes.
His name is Christian, and he attended my free classes that I was teaching on Zoom. And I said, if I can just help one person here,
Okay.
I'm going to do whatever I can. And you saw me running around there for 3 days.
I
I
know
lost
you were not stopping.
I lost 10 pounds running around, and it was that belief that I said, I am going to help one person here. And that's exactly what happened. But I had to, meet hundreds of people. That's not to say in the future that um, I'm not going to be helping more of them, but as each week goes by, I do contact about 5 or 10 of those people,
Okay.
and most of the time, 99% of the time, I don't get a response back. I don't get a phone call back. I don't get a text message back. But every now and then, somebody does respond. Oh, yes, Steve, I remember you. You're doing those classes. Okay. Can I sit in on one of your classes? Sure, no problem. So my biggest my best advice to anybody: don't get discouraged. You got to find the strength from within, because it's very easy to get discouraged when people are. Remember, like we get phone calls today, right? And a lot of these phone calls are spam phone calls. I'm
Yes.
almost at the point I don't want to pick up my phone anymore. But I pick up the phone every single time because I know there's going to be somebody on the phone that says, "Hey, Steve, I met you at this event or this convention." It could have been somebody that I met at NICA last year at the NICA event,
Okay.
and I'm like, maybe it's somebody that really wants to talk to me. That's not going to try, to scam me and ask me for my social security number, you know, or they're going to try to, do some kind of scam on me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, it's and over the years, I must have spoken to well over 5,000 people
Wow. That's a
about what
lot
I
of people.
wanted. A lot of people about what I wanted to do with my school. Um, and I had this vision, I had this dream. I saw it in front of me, and there was nothing that was going to stop me from becoming successful. And I think that that's the number one trait that any business owner has to have. Nothing, don't let anybody or anything get in your way.
Okay.
And try to help people, even though you may not, let's say like somebody, you go to, let's say, a chamber of commerce meeting and you meet a business owner. Maybe they have their own electrician, and maybe that person is going to call you
Mhm.
for advice, but you may not get any
Yeah.
business from that person,
So,
right?
Steve, what do you think about the approach of forgetting about the sell?
If
Not talking
if
about the sell at all. Just
Okay,
go there and meet people. What do you think about that approach?
people are very perceptive about what you're trying to do. So if you go to somebody and the only thing that's on your mind is to sell something, they're going to pick up on that right away.
Yeah, and especially sometimes we're like we have we feel like a rejection, no?
It is.
Immediately when you start like, hey, I have this product, or I'm
They
selling this, you're like immediately like,
No,
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 no, no.
not
You know
now,
what?
dude, not now, not now.
Most people don't care
Yeah,
what you have to sell. They don't care.
exactly.
Most people care about themselves.
Yes,
And when you approach somebody to try to offer your services, they're like, "Oh, wait. I don't need your services.
yes,
I don't need that." And then what I do is I'm very, very simple. I said, "Listen, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Here's my number. If you ever have a question, about electrical, feel free to give me a call. That's it.
okay.
That's it. I'm not asking for anything. And if that person calls me, I will do my best to help that person."
Yes,
So I've spoken with thousands of people in the last 5 years, and I've helped so many people, and that's part of my networking. So at this point, I probably have a database of about 1,000 people that
wow.
I've spoken to and I've contacted, and I think the networking opportunity, like when you go to a business meeting and you start exchanging business cards, never throw those business cards away. Save them. Write down the
Yeah,
information somewhere. It might take years, to develop those relationships. But I'm in it for the long haul, you know. Um, and luckily for me, I have other sources of income that I can support myself.
okay.
So, but if you're a working electrician, you need jobs right away,
Yes.
right? So that's a lot of pressure. How about you? Like right now, Martin, what are you doing to help network your
I
business?
I haven't done anything, but now that I'm learning a lot, if this helps somebody of our viewers that are watching this video, it's gonna be good. But it's also helping me of taking that pressure. I was feeling like I had to like sell and do my speech and all
Nope.
that stuff. Now that I'm learning, it's like, no, 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 don't do that. Just go there, meet the people, and if you can be of their service, they will call you, but don't try to sell them anything in
No,
there.
don't try to sell anybody anything, because when they need you, they're going to call you,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So, like one piece of advice I have, when I started my electrical contracting company, what I did is I went with my business cards and I went to the real estate offices and I introduced myself. And most of the time, they were like, "Oh, we don't have any time for you. Leave your cards at the front desk." They treated me very badly. I said, "Okay, here's my business cards. If you need any electrical work, and I know you already have your electrician, but feel free to call me in case the other person doesn't show up or they can't make it."
Don't have the time. Yeah.
Right.
Very good.
And you know what?
Thank you, everybody that is watching this video. If somebody wants to join in, just jump
Jump
in and give
in.
us your best tips and tricks for the networking and how you do your
Networking.
network. You can tell us all your secrets if you want. We're here.
So I would spend the day and I said, okay, I'm going to go to these 10 real estate offices and I'm going to give them my business cards. Do you know when I went to all 10 real estate offices, they all told me, oh, no, we're not interested. No, 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 the person's not here. No,
Wow.
no, no, we have our own electrician. So I went home that night. I felt so bad, so terrible. Like I said, what am I doing? I just spent the whole day, like a jerk, going to these real estate offices, giving out my business cards and, getting treated like garbage by most of the people. And most of the people that treated me like garbage were people that were employees. They were not business owners. I'm a business
Okay.
owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I make it happen every day. And I'm getting belittled by these people that were employees. They were just like the receptionist would say, "Oh no, we don't want any." I'm like, "Well, I just want to drop off my business cards." "Oh no, 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 we don't need any." Okay, leave them outside. I mean, they were treating me very badly. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, one day I got a phone call from one of the real estates. "Hey, Steve, I found your business card. Um, And the electrician that we're using, he can't make it today. You think you can come and help us?" Absolutely, I can.
For
Absolutely.
sure.
So you can't take you don't take rejection the wrong way. Um, the rejection just makes me stronger. Every time somebody says, "Oh no, I'm not interested," what I heard is like, "Oh, one day I will be interested." Okay, that's what I heard. But it was very difficult getting all of that rejection all the time, you know. But you got to and you got to go to different meetings. Join your chamber of commerce.
Yes.
Um, your electrical store might have like an open house one day, and they're having like different displays. Go there, look at the different tools. Um, you went to the growth conference with me,
Yes.
with Energize, and we met a lot of people. So we got to exchange a lot of telephone numbers.
But
You never,
in there, you know what? In there, I felt like I was like just approaching the guys, approaching the other companies, and I think maybe that's the right approach, because I didn't want it to sell them anything because
no,
we are all electrician. I'm not gonna sell them an outlets installation,
right,
because we are all
right.
electrician. But I wanted to meet them and I wanted to learn from them on what they were doing, what was their business model, or how they were making it on different things, different tips. And I think that's probably the approach on trying to learn from someone else on how they are doing it instead of hey, I'm Martin, I'm gonna sell you this, I'm gonna sell you that,
No.
I'm gonna sell you that.
So I think one of the things that people sense right away is your sincerity. Um, like when I met a lot of the people there, I would ask them, is there any question that you have that maybe I can help you with or give you some advice? Yes, I'm an electrical instructor. And then a few people said, "Well, what kind of electrical instructor are you? What are your qualifications?" I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Okay, you want to know what my qualifications are?" I said, "Okay, listen, I'm a master licensed electrician. I'm a triple certified electrical inspector. Actually, I have six electrical inspector certificates now. I'm with the IAEI, and I'm also with the ICC. I said, I happen to be a certified instructor trainer for my Colt Enterprises. And I'm also the chief electrical instructor for electricaltime.com. Oh, okay. That means you know what you're talking about. Okay. So I think having those credentials there proves to people that you are an expert, right? So when you meet, the homeowners, and they want to know, hey, what do you do? Well, in California, do they have master electricians, or is it just is it journeyman?
Journeyman.
Okay, so that's the equivalent of the masters here in New York. Okay, so I'm a licensed journeyman, and we have a company in the state of California, and I operate in this area. And these are the things that I do. I do some residential, commercial, some industrial. And if you ever have a question, I know you have your electrician, I know, and you're never going to leave your electrician, but here's my business card. If you ever need just to pick up the phone and ask me a question, it's perfectly fine. I'm not going to ask you for money for a consultation. That's it. And people will remember that. And hopefully they'll save the card. But you got to do it like 1,000 times,
Yes.
you know? And then 1 out of 1,000, you'll get a phone call. When I
A
really think
lot.
about it, in the last 5 years, I stopped counting how many people I met. I would just go up to I would see somebody looking at something, like some electrical something. I go up to them and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Right? And 99% of the time they would tell me, "Oh, I'm not interested." But maybe I spoke to 10,000 people in the
Wow.
last 5 years,
That's a lot of
and
people, Steve.
that's a lot of people. And I would always, if they gave me a business card, I would write down that number, I would save it someplace, and I would look at it every once in a while and say, okay, should I call that person? It's been 2 years since I bumped into that person. And every time that you can meet somebody, that is a networking opportunity. You just don't know where it's going to go and how long it's going to take, but you can never
Yeah.
give up.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for sharing. And it's always nice talking to you. I
Okay,
will see you in class
I'll see you in
next week.
class.
What is it
Uh,
going to be about?
uh, well, it's going to be about the National Electrical Code. That's what we study.
No
You know
networking.
that, right? Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks.
All right. Well, we had Steve sharing, and now let's see who else jump in. And while someone else jump into this live, let me talk to you about
Mar-
how to approach.
Martine, can I get out of the live stream here with you, or you have to?
Yeah,
Um,
I think you can do it. You can do it yourself,
I
Steve.
can't.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to work this crazy Instagram thing.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna share these tips with you and let me know what you think. Um, it says prepare ahead of time, research attendees, know who will be there and what they do. This helps you tailor conversations. Set clear objectives. Know what you want to achieve, whether it's finding a potential client, learning from an expert, or forming partnerships. Make a good first impression. Be punctual, arrive on time or early, dress appropriately, wear professional attire suited to the event or industry, show positive body language, smile, maintain eye contact, and offer a firm handshake. What do you think about those?
Excellent.
Okay,
If you practice smiling in the mirror, you know,
okay.
I see a
Uh,
lot of people. They're like, oh, they got these faces. Ooh, they go to these meetings.
yeah,
I don't want to talk to those people. I'm already
yeah,
I'm already depressed as it is. I want to talk to somebody who's going to make me a little bit happy.
for
But I
sure.
think that, and then dress professionally. Don't dress like a bum. You know.
Yeah,
So even for this live stream, see, I'm wearing my electrical
yeah.
time hat.
But I should not go with my
I
work
got
boots.
I got my electrical time shirt on,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
I don't know if you can see
Mhm.
it, but on my shirt it says Steve, master licensed electrician, right? So,
Yeah.
when I go to meet people, I'm dressed so that people know exactly who and what I am.
Yes. Okay. It says be authentic. Focus on relationship building instead of focusing on what what the other person can do for you. Aim to build a genuine connection. Be honest and open. Don't exaggerate your skills or experience. Offer help where possible. If you can provide assistance or a connection, offer it without expecting anything in return.
So, like the people that I help find jobs, people that have attended my class, I've helped quite a few people find jobs. I never ask for anything in return, ever. I don't say, "Oh, I'm going to help you, and now you help me." No, I'm going to help you, and I hope that I did something good for you. And people say, "Hey, Steve, what can I do for you?" Nothing. Just I'm happy that I could help you. That's it.
Yes.
Never expect anybody to to pay you, for doing nice things. It's not. All it's like when I go to church. I donate money. We also um, help with donations of food for the food pantry, and I never expect anything back. I'm just happy to do it, and I think that's part of being a good human being. You
Okay.
have to.
Well, I have something special for you. Just stay in the live. Keep going, Steve.
So um, I think if you're always trying to help people, I think the universe, will be good to you. If you're trying to be selfish and you're just thinking about yourself all the time, then I think the universe is going to say, okay,
This
you just
guy is
care
gonna
about
get
yourself.
it.
You just care about yourself, so we're not going to
Sure.
help you. Um,
Sure.
I
Okay. Sergio, yes, I'm gonna post them on this live. Is gonna stay. I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna share all the tips. Uh, Prepare and use your elevator pitch. I never heard before I started learning about this topic more deeply. I never heard about an elevator pitch. What's your elevator pitch, Steve? And what
okay,
is it?
okay. I see somebody that maybe is an electrician or maybe that wants to be an electrician. I look at them for a couple of seconds, to make sure that they're not in some type of like psychological crazy state. I go up to them, and again, I don't know who they are. I don't know their name. I don't know what they do for work. And I say, "Hi, I'm Steve Cavalaris. I'm an electrical instructor, and just saying hi. I don't
Okay.
know if you need anything, if you're an electrician, or maybe you know somebody that would like to become an electrician, but I teach people the electrical code. And that's
Woo!
it. That's it.
I like it. I like that one.
I'll give you a
The
real. I'll give you. I'll tell you what happened. I was having dinner with Ryan Jackson.
Oh
I
wow.
don't know if you know Ryan Jackson.
Of
So
course, everybody on the electrical field knows
okay.
Ryan Jackson.
So I'm having dinner with Ryan Jackson. This was about two, 2 or 3 years ago, and we're at this Mexican restaurant, and the waitress, comes up to us and starts serving us the food, and I gave the waitress my business card.
Okay.
Remember that card I have, and it has the opacity table
Yes.
on there, table 310.16. So she goes, "What's this?" I said, "Give this to somebody that would like to become an electrician, and I'll give them a free class, and there's a chance I could change that person's life." So
Okay. Okay.
Ryan is there looking at me like this. He can't believe I'm just talking to the waitress, and he goes, "Steve, that was really good.
Okay.
What you
Yeah.
did,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know."
Sure.
And
Okay. Let's go to the next point. Exchange business cards or contact info when appropriate. Ask for contact information to follow up later. Send a follow-up message within 24, 48 hours. Send a polite message thanking them for their time and reiterating your interest. in staying connected. Stay professional, mind your manners, don't interrupt, keep conversations professional, and avoid talking too much about yourself. Be respectful of time, be mindful of the other person's time and schedule. What do you think about those?
I think if, most of the time, if I meet 100 people, and I meet about 100 people a week. I'm a very, and you saw me at the convention. I go up to everybody. I'm
I know.
talking.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
You're
I'm just
fearless
taking a chance, right?
or
And
shameless.
I, not shameless, because I know that I'm going to be helping somebody. I
Okay.
have, I have this belief. I just know. So, if they give me their business card or contact information, what I will do, I won't call them. I'll just send them a text message. Oh, it was really nice meeting you. And if there's something I can help you with in the future, please let me know. Steve Cavalaris, Chief Electrical Instructor for electricaltime.com. That's it.
Very good, very good. And the last one on this is exit conversations gracefully. If the conversation has run its course, excuse yourself politely by saying, it was great speaking with you. I hope we can stay in touch. Staying genuine, courteous, and prepared will leave a positive impression.
That's a good point.
Because
You
sometimes
always,
you don't know when to say goodbye, or,
well,
how do you get out,
listen,
right?
if the
Because
person,
sometimes there's the silence.
if the person is already like looking away from you, and if their feet are not pointed towards you, but they're pointed away from you, you know
Mhm.
that they want to get away from you,
That
right?
means it's time to go.
It's time to go. And what I might say, it was a pleasure meeting you, and here's my card, and call me if I can ever be of any help to you. That's it. Goodbye.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. And out of 100 people that I might meet in a week, there might be one person that will eventually call me back. 99 of them will never call me,
Okay.
and that's just the way it is. You have to go through a lot of people to try to find the right people that are going to be good for your business.
For
And,
sure.
and don't
Yeah.
take that as an insult, because not everybody needs an electrical instructor. Not everybody needs an electrician,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah. For sure. Uh, Very good. Okay, Steve, this is a surprise for Mr. Will Betances from Energize Us. And doing my research for networking skills, I found a video from Mr. Patrick Bet David, which
Uh-huh.
is titled "The Casanova Networking." And this is
Uh-huh.
for you, Will. I know you love Mr. PVD, as you like to call it. The Networking Like a Casanova video by Patrick Bet Davis focuses on effective strategies for building meaningful relationships through networking, using the metaphor of Casanova's charm to illustrate how to connect with people. Here are the key takeaways. First impressions matter. Similar to how Casanova was charming, the first impression is crucial. Approach people with confidence, dress well, and be personable. How you present yourself initially sets the tone for the relationship. What do you think about that one, Steve?
Like,
You got to be charming, but sometimes you have to like be very careful, no, on being charming, because you can't be too charming because they can probably take it the wrong way,
well,
right?
I'll give you an example. I was going to my favorite restaurant, Taco Bell,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm driving there, and I was going to go through the drive-through, and I saw an electrician working outside the Taco Bell, and he could have been doing a better job. I wasn't gonna, tell him all the violations he was doing. So I parked my truck, and I get out, and I go to the front of the restaurant where he was working, and he's looking at me like I look like an electrical inspector. So I am an electrical inspector, and I have the hat on for electricaltime.com. I got my shirt on, so I look like the inspector. And I said, listen, I was just going into getting my food from Taco Bell. I'm an electrical instructor. Here's my card, and there's my number. And if you'd ever have any questions, feel free to call me. But
Okay.
I wasn't very polite with him because he was like a tough guy, right? He
Okay.
was like one of those tough electricians. And I said, yeah, I know this. You got to do this and this and that. So I changed my tone a little bit. I
Hmm.
became a little bit of a tougher guy, so he could
Okay.
relate. Because if I was nice with him, he wouldn't relate to that because this was a tough electrician.
Okay.
So you have to
Uh,
sort of look at the person that you're talking to and sort of put yourself almost on that same level so that you guys can relate
okay.
to each other.
So when you can be charming and kind to people. Number two, find common ground. Casanova excelled at identifying shared interests with others, making them feel understood and appreciated. In networking, find topics of common interest to build rapport and establish a connection. Number three says be a great listener. One of Casanova's secrets was his ability to make others feel heard. In networking, ask questions and listen intently to what people are saying. This shows genuine interest and helps you understand how you can provide value to them. The next point is give before you take. Bet David emphasized the importance of offering value first before expecting something in return. Whether it's advice, connections, or resources, making an effort to help others will create a lasting positive impression. What do you think about those?
Well, God gave us two ears, right? And one mouth. So I
Yes.
think we should listen twice as much as we speak. Some people don't know how to keep their mouth shut. They just keep on talking and talking and talking and talking.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember, there's another person there, and that person, maybe they have some issues or some problems, or they have something that you can help them with, but you'll never know if you don't shut up for 30 seconds. Let them talk.
Yeah. Number five is follow up. Just as Casanova nurtured his relationships, successful networking requires follow up. Reach out to people after the meeting to express your gratitude for the conversation and keep the connection alive. Build Number six is build authentic relationships. Casanova relationships weren't superficial, and neither should your network be. Bet David highlights the importance of authenticity. Build genuine relationships rather than just collecting contacts for personal gain. In summary, Patrick Bet Davis advises networkers to focus on charm, authenticity, active listening, and providing value, like Casanova did in his relationships to create meaningful and lasting professional connections.
That sounds really good.
Are you a
The,
Casanova fan? Who's
uh, I don't
Casanova?
know. I don't know. If you ask my wife if I'm a Casanova, I don't know.
Are
Um,
you? Oh, or you were?
when I was younger, maybe. But
Okay.
I think what no matter what kind of person that you are, be genuine. Don't be fake. Be who you really are when you're talking to that person.
Yeah, because
Because
sometimes people can feel that too,
right,
right?
they feel like, oh, they're putting on the show, and you can tell that when you, let's say, you ever get pressured when you go to the car dealer looking at the new cars. You just want to walk around, right? You don't want to talk to anybody, and somebody comes up to you, says, oh, they start shaking your hand, and now they want you to sit down, and then they're going to give you the prices. No, I'm just here to look. Just here to look. You know, don't pressure me, because if you pressure me, I'm going to get out of here. I'll let you know when I have a question. So,
Very good.
you know,
Very good.
a pushy salesperson is probably the worst kind of salesperson to be. The
Okay.
salesperson that I like to do business with is someone that listens to what I have to say. And yeah, I'll give them my number, and I do expect them to follow up with me at some point in the future. That's a good salesperson. And I said, no, I'm not
Okay.
interested right now to buy a car, but maybe in the future I'll keep you in mind. You never know.
Okay. Great point. Will is he really likes Patrick Bet David, and I've been reading his books too. He writes really good books. The Choose Your Enemies Wisely and the Next Five Moves. Really, really good books that I've been reading thanks to the recommendations of Will. Thank you, Steve. I think I like to close this. If nobody else wants to jump in, I want to close this. Saying that it's very important that we meet new people and that we don't have nothing to be like with fear.
No,
There's nothing bad on saying I'm a small business owner. There's nothing wrong with it, and sometimes we feel like they're gonna say something. We have to like really don't care about what they think or what they say, because all of us, we're just trying to do our best to feed our families. So there's nothing to feel bad about, just going in there and meet new people. And I think if we forget about the selling, I think we can be more successful on the networking meetings,
that's
which is
right.
my first mistake that I was
Good.
having,
So,
of thinking just by myself, just like what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be scared. They're gonna think that I'm a hungry electrician, and I'm a hungry
no,
electrician. But
no,
uh,
listen.
we just take that pressure out. And I think now, with all these tips that I've been studying, and if you find value on these small tips for networking, you can go out there and join your local chamber of commerce,
Mhm.
and just go for it and forget about the sell. Just
Forget
go
about
meet people, and
the cell.
eventually you're gonna get a customer, or somebody's gonna recommend you, and you'll get more
So
customers
let's
that way than just staying at home and hope that a miracle happens.
so let's just summarize here, Martin. Um, you know, some of the things that I think that a new electrician should do that just opened up a company. Remember, like you are a special person because you're not working for somebody else. You're making it happen every single day, right? So you have your business cards wherever you go. You probably should just say, okay, here's my card. I know you have an electrician, but if you ever need have a question or something, feel free to call me.
Yes.
Join your local chamber of commerce. I recommend tomorrow night I'm going to do a live stream on IAEI. I highly recommend that people join electricians join the IAEI. Tremendous networking opportunities. And also, because I joined the IAEI, I happen to be a finance committee member. I serve the president of IAEI and the International Board of Directors. I don't get
Okay.
paid for that, but I would have
Okay.
never become anything if I never joined the IAEI. Look at different things that are happening in your neighborhood with different businesses. You go to the planning board; they're building 20 new houses. You might meet the builder there, and you're making go to as many functions as you can and meet as many people as you can, and have your business card there, and always be very nice and respectful, and give out your business cards. You never know who's going to call you back.
Yeah.
I
we
think
we
that's
we never
the,
know where the blessings are gonna come from.
you,
So we
you
just
never know. You
gotta
never know.
stop being afraid of connecting with people, and they're like us too. They're trying to make it too. They're attending the meetings, so they know how important it is to do the networking.
It really
Thank you,
is.
Steve. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing, and thank you everybody that joined in. if somebody has some tips that want to comment on networking, just you can post them in the comments on this video and let us know what are your thoughts and what you're gonna do after this, because hopefully you can feel a little more confident on going on your networking meetings or just on meeting people. Just it's gonna help you to meet them and say hello and just nothing to be afraid,
That's right.
right? Thank you, Steve. Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody, for your
Thanks.
time. I really appreciate it. And I hope you can find some value on this video. Thank you. And everybody, have a great weekend and good night.
Take care, everybody. God bless.